In this video, I'll talk about several comments made by the Dogecoin co-founder today. He basically suggested that all cryptos, including Doge, are a scam. I'll also talk about what Senator Ted Cruz said about cryptos and some latest for Doge and other cryptos from today. Before we talk about all of that, let's talk about the Crypto Fear and Greed Index, which recently hit the extreme fear range with a score of 22. And what's surprising is that despite the gains during the past 2 weeks, the index is still in the extreme fear zone and the ranking is even lower than it was on April 15. Currently, it stands at 16. But still, it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going down from here. If you don't know, this index measures market sentiment, and there are two simple assumptions. Extreme fear can be a sign that investors are too worried. That could be a buying opportunity. It says on its website that when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. Jackson Palmer, who developed Dogecoin with Billy Marcus in 2013, said that we're not yet in a crypto winter as money is still flowing into the industry by promoters of digital assets. But then he went on to say that crypto assets might be a scam that people haven't picked up on yet. He said, "I wouldn't say that it's in the winter. I still see heaps of money being funneled in by crypto promoters. They're waiting for a fresh batch of fools to come in. This happens in cycles. You wait for a while for the collective memory of the world to forget about how much of a scam it is. We've had initial coin offerings, decentralized autonomous organizations, and now it's NFT. And now I'm seeing initial game offerings as the latest thing." Basically, according to Jackson, crypto assets are a way for grifters to make money while doing nothing, which is changing the landscape of the economy for the worse. He said, "Sadly, I wish it was the end of crypto, but it's not. More holistically, in this system of griftonomics, hypercapitalism, rentier capitalism, increasingly people are doing nothing but making money off doing nothing. It's kind of fucked us all up." Basically, he was implying that Dogecoin and other cryptos are nothing but a scam. Jackson also said that he thinks Elon supports Dogecoin only so he could create a loyal fanbase, and then went on to say even worse things about Elon Musk. Jackson Palmer said Musk appeared to have trouble running basic code in their private interactions. Palmer also said he wasn't a fan of Musk and slammed his attempt to buy Twitter. Palmer said he also worked with Twitter co-founder Jack Dorsey and the Twitter team so that reports would be instantly sent to them. He said, "Elon reached out to me to get hold of that script, and it became apparent very quickly that he didn't understand coding as well as he made out. He asked, 'How do I run this Python script?' After I gave him the script, I wasn't a fan of him. He's a grifter. He sells a vision in hopes that he can one day deliver what he's promising, but he doesn't know that. He's just really good at pretending he knows. That's very evident with the Tesla full self-driving promise." About a year ago, when Musk was saying something about crypto, I said Elon Musk was and always will be a grifter, but the world loves grifters. They love the idea that they may also be a billionaire one day, and that's the dream he's selling. He was sowing a huge amount of discord and distrust on the platform, and there are huge amounts of churn and attrition from staff. His play is to either dismantle all trust or maybe he's delusional enough to think he can build an alternative. The other alternative is that he wants to drive it into the ground at a much lower price, and I think that's what he's doing. Now, I have to completely disagree with his comments on Elon Musk. After all, you can't become the richest man in the world by just pretending. In any case, Elon knows how to defend himself. Basically, in 2018, Musk was complaining about Twitter bots that were pushing crypto scams in the replies to his tweets. At the time, Palmer offered to share a snippet of code that would help fix the problem for him. Palmer said at the time, "Elon has the script. We had a good chat on how Jack and the Twitter team should definitely automate and fix this problem on their end though." And Musk has spoken against him. Musk said that Palmer's code was of no help. "You falsely claimed lame snippet of Python gets rid of bots," said Musk on Twitter. "My kids wrote better code when they were 12 than the nonsense script Jackson sent me." Moving on, I also want to talk about what the other founder of Dogecoin, Billy Marcus, said about Dogecoin today. So according to him, he foresees a time when 99.9% of all cryptos will eventually plunge to zero. However, he also shared that leading crypto like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Dogecoin will survive. Now before we talk about some metrics for Dogecoin, let's look at the 30-day price correlation of Bitcoin and Dogecoin. It currently stands at 0.96, which is still really high. It implies that the price trajectory of Bitcoin and Dogecoin has been very similar, and it'll most likely continue to be that way. Before we talk about Dogecoin's analysis, let's look at some more incredible news for the crypto market from today. So over 500 million Shiba Inu tokens have been burned over the last 48 hours. The largest burn transaction carried more than half of the total amount of the destroyed SHIB 295.5 million coins. Last month, close to 20 billion SHIB tokens worth over 455K were destroyed after the burn portal was launched on April 23. And now, a new SHIB superstore has been added to Amazon's affiliate program, and it would now use between 1% and 20% of purchase price to buy SHIB tokens that will be burned. The store has apps and games that burn 100% of its ad revenue. Now, that is some really bullish news for Shiba Inu. Another crypto I want to talk about is Cardano, which is outperforming the majority of the crypto market. So Cardano rallied 27% yesterday amid a market-wide bounce, surpassing Ripple to reclaim its place as the sixth largest crypto by market cap. And there are some amazing things happening for Cardano shortly. While the Alonzo upgrade gave Cardano smart contracting capabilities, unlocking a range of new DeFi use cases, the upcoming Vassal hard fork will supposedly improve the scalability and usability of the network. Moving on, let's look at some general crypto analysis from Galaxy Digital CEO Mike Novogratz. He said, "Crypto trades poorly. This is going to be a period that tests people's convictions. We will find a bottom when we do. The break from traditional finance markets is because we don't have corporate buybacks and giant pension rebalancing that is causing this squeeze in equities." Also, according to him, Bitcoin traders should keep a close watch on the Federal Reserve as any shift in its hawkish stance can inspire a rally in the crypto markets. He then said, "Bitcoin will lead the next rally when the Fed flinches. Good projects will follow suit. This industry will not go away. We are just adjusting to the popping of an asset bubble caused by the Fed. Building revolutionary tech and change isn't supposed to be easy." Also, Ted Cruz, the U.S. Senator, has announced that he wants to make Texas an oasis for Bitcoin and crypto. He also said, "I believe in Bitcoin. I want Texas to be the oasis on planet Earth for Bitcoin and crypto. The Chinese don't like something they can't control. That is the exact same reason most Democrats don't like Bitcoin. Why does Bitcoin make Elizabeth Warren toss and turn and twitch at night? Because she wants her sticky little socialist fingers to be able to control every penny in every one of our bank accounts." Now let's talk about some bad news that came from El Salvador. Citizens of El Salvador are still not sure about the use and adoption of Bitcoin as legal tender in the country. A new survey has found that more than half of the Salvadorans surveyed disagree with the approval of Bitcoin as legal tender. They still have a preference for the dollar. This is rather absurd and also a bit sad, considering how much its president supports cryptos. So Dogecoin's rally is still struggling to break through the 8.7 cents resistance level, but given the oversold situation of the Bitcoin price, it looks to retrace shortly. As a result, there could be a drop in Dogecoin price at 8.2 cents, which is the immediate support level. While an upswing might potentially start here, market players should be ready for a further pullback to around 7.6 cents. The price rebound from this level means that there will be a massive surge, sending Dogecoin price towards the resistance level of 10.2 cents. This also happens to be the 204-hour moving average. The expectations from the bulls, on the other hand, are to push this rally all the way to the 12.5 resistance level, making the total gain 52%. Also, Into the Blocks Global in-out-of-the-money model backs up the bullish forecast for Dogecoin. The immediate investors who acquired around 19.46 billion Doge are evident at 13.3 cents. Basically, 358K addresses that purchased Doge are now out of the money. These are likely to break even and create selling pressure for the Dogecoin price if it falls into this range. As a result, Doge might not go past 13.3 cents after its upcoming surge. Still, regardless of the positive view or on-chain indicators, if Bitcoin price reverses, Dogecoin price will follow suit because of the high correlation that we just talked about. What are your predictions on Dogecoin? Do you think it'll break past the resistance level of 9.2 cents this week? Let me know in the comments section below.